Right. Welcome back, y'all. As you guys already can tell, we started a poll. 9 votes are in already. And looks like Mississippi has 60% of y'all's vote. So 6 people voted for Mississippi. 3 people voted for Alabama, and 1 person voted for Mr. Top Fan. I know it's you. Don't even start. Don't even start, Mr. Top Fan. It is definitely you. I already know it. Mm-hmm. But also, on a better note, we have a tornado watch in effect from Mobile, Hattiesburg, Gulfport. Sorry. Mobile, Hattiesburg, Gulfport, New Orleans, Lafayette, Baton Rouge. Um, I don't get why they did an actual tornado watch because I don't.
58, 25, 17.
What?
Your poll.
Bro, it's definitely Mr. Toppin that's voting for Louisiana. I'm calling it. If it's not, I don't know who's
No,
voting.
he would vote Texas, but he's
Yeah,
definitely not in your chat.
because there's no votes for Texas. Right. Mississippi's definitely in the lead. There's not even a close match right now. Bro, Mr. Toppin, I know it's you. I know it's him. I know it's him. Somebody voted for Texas. Somebody voted for Texas. Nuh-uh.
That's kind of crazy.
Mr. Top Fan, I know it's you. I know it's you. As teen votes are in, 57% of people have said Mississippi, 21% to 20% to Alabama, 13% to Louisiana, and 15% to and 7% to Texas. Okay. Who is not voting for Mississippi? Because in my opinion, I think it's gonna be Mississippi. Not gonna lie, Mississippi is looking more interesting than Alabama, New Orleans, Louisiana, and we don't talk about Texas. They just have these little tiny thunderstorms right here in
New
a
meso
tiny.
scale discussion.
For where?
Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama.
What does it say?
In the tiniest part of Florida. Mine hasn't came in. I saw on Twitter from the Storm Prediction Center.
And what does there say?
It says the risk for damaging winds in a tornado or two continues.
I don't think we're gonna have too much of a tornadic, in my opinion. I don't know why they would put out a tornado watch, but who voted for Alabama? Why would you vote for Alabama and give Alabama 17%?
Watch Alabama actually get a tornado warning in Mississippi doesn't.
Let's see.
Just watch. Like they're gonna bust, and then there's gonna be like, I guess, a QLCS type threat with maybe. Actually, no. Didn't they triple or show like a semi-discrete mode in Alabama?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Alabama.
how is Alabama catching up? They're at 25% now.
Why is Louisiana at 10%? Louisiana bust. Trust.
People, do you guys really think Alabama? You guys
Of course.
seriously? All right,
Mississippi bust. Louisiana bust.
and we don't talk about Texas. So today, guys, we have a slight risk from Alexandria all the way over to Columbus, including Montgomery, Meridian, Jackson, Mobile, Baton Rouge. This is for a 5% tornado risk, 15% wind, and 15% hail. Tomorrow is a slightly, maybe looking a bit more interesting, but we have a general thunder all the way up here into the northeast. Um, and then we have a marginal for the Outer Banks, a marginal for Atlanta, a marginal for Gainesville, St. Augustine, Fruit Cove, and then we have Wilmington, Florence, Columbia, Augusta, Macon, Tallahassee, Dothan, Jacksonville, Savannah, Charleston, Myrtle Beach, all in the slight risk. Tomorrow we have a 5% tornado risk, mainly for the coastline. Does go a bit interior towards Macon, Columbia, Augusta, and Camden, South Carolina, and Georgia. A tiny bit into Alabama there. But it's mainly
Honestly, I could see a 10% significant for, or maybe 10% unhatched for coastal Georgia and South Carolina, because the
look at my
parameters are higher there, and it shows supercell development on all models. All models do agree on that, actually. I wouldn't be very surprised. Would not be surprised. Wait, no way. Look at Columbia, Mississippi. Speaking of Columbia, there's actually rotation to its south. So it's actually the first area of rotation of the day.
okay.
Shocker.
Definitely a bit of a hook on there. What radar are you using? Mobile.
I am using the Jackson, Mississippi radar. Oh, another area of hold on. I think that's another area of rotation north of Hattiesburg. Yep. Yep.
That's
It's kind of like
that's very
in a
broad.
mess though.
That's very broad.
Yeah. But that shows you that there is quite the spin in the atmosphere for getting rotation, like I wouldn't say couplets because they're not really couplets, but broad areas of rotation in this mess, convective mess.
Yeah, we might be possibly getting our first area of some rotation on this storm down here near Franklinton. Alabama is definitely catching up. 35% now for Alabama. But there must be one person who voted for um
Texas.
yeah. One person for
Two
Texas and like
people voted for Louisiana,
yeah. And a whole bunch for
12 for
Alabama.
Mississippi.
Alabama and Mississippi.
Mississippi, 12 votes. Alabama, like 9 votes.
Wait a minute.
Louisiana,
I know this is not related, but
votes.
is wasn't the
And
Battlefield
Texas.
Wasn't that Mississippi Bassfield tornado also looked like this like mess, and then it was rain wrapped?
Um, no, but if you look at the date, it was a semi-discrete sale, but I think on April 19th, 2020, there was another storm system that produced an EF4 in southern Mississippi. I'm pretty sure. Let me see.
And it looked like this, right? There was one that looked like this that produced a
Yes.
violent tornado.
Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see.
Because we have the very dry air behind it, very moist Gulf air coming wet, shooting up into Alabama and Georgia. We have and then that creates spin. So yeah. And then there's the dry, and then I don't think there's much of a dry line, but um, I just have a feeling that this is gonna boom later on, so that's why I'm going live early to try and like show people where it is, so that if they are in the path, you know what I mean?
More cells popping up in southeastern Louisiana.
Yeah, those are the ones that we're concerned about.
Oh, and southern Mississippi.
Wait a minute, are those cells popping up now in Florida?
Yeah, but they're not worried about it.
Are they in the tornado risk?
Yeah, but that's for later tonight.
So yesterday was a bust, that's for sure. We just had one brief funnel west of Coffeyville, Kansas.
Yep, one brief funnel and then it went away.
Tomorrow is looking definitely a bit interesting, especially for the coastline of Carolinas and Georgia. On day 3, we have no risk, except for a bit of general thunder down there in Florida and the Pacific Northwest. And I don't think we have any day 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8. No, we don't. All right. Um, just all right. Um, Also, we need to talk about the possible life-threatening flash flooding because there is a chance that we get in Columbus, Georgia region, we get up to 6 inches of rain. 6 inches of rain. That is a lot of rain. And we do have a moderate risk of flash flooding from Laurel and Meridian, Mississippi through central
Um,
Alabama
that Columbia
into
cell,
Georgia.
that Columbia cell is getting a more defined shape and is currently taking, I wouldn't say cell mergers, but shower mergers. It's ingesting showers. So you might have to watch it. Also, the rotation has increased too,
We've definitely
even though
seen
it's rough.
we've definitely seen setups like these that do cause violent tornadoes. Now, are we expecting a violent one? No. But is there a chance? Yes. So if you're in Hadesburg, if
You
you're
know
in
what
Hades,
will happen though? If there is a tornado, it's going to be rain wrapped with this type of
so
setup.
so you have to be very cautious. Don't go outside and try looking for it because you won't see it if it's rain wrapped. If you're in Hadesburg, just have a plan. Actually, if you're anywhere in this yellow box, in this yellow, okay, new severe thunderstorm warning with tornado possible. So we do
That's
have a we do have a new severe. That was a good move by whatever National Weather Service this is to put it as tornado possible. So if you're in Purvis, Cernal,
stronger.
Western Hadesburg suburbs, and a whole bunch of Baxterville, St. Paul, Saxon, Hub, all these little areas. Please get inside and away from windows. This can cause some damage, and we do have a possible tornado which you won't be able to see as it's rain wrapped. Um, so this is our second tornado possible tag for today. And also, this is headed right towards you guys in Hadesburg. If you're in Hadesburg, just have a plan. Have a plan just in case. It does not hurt. I don't think Hadesburg has ever been hit by a tornado, right?
I think they have, and recently too. Pretty sure.
I'm checking it right now. So
I think in 2020 they got one.
yeah, they had an EF3 on the south side in 2017. They had an EF4 go right through downtown in 2013. And then in 2001, they had an EF1. So this area is pretty prone to tornadoes. Very prone area to tornadoes. That upper level rotation is definitely trying to strengthen. You see that too? Um,
Hmm.
yeah,
Yes, I definitely see it.
how fast is this thing moving?
Look at the Jackson, Mississippi radar though.
It's moving northeast at 45. I'm just gonna put a track on this thing. 45. So, this thing is going to be in Hadesburg in about approximately 43 minutes. So, you have about 43 minutes to have a plan, but you don't have a tornado warning. Just have a plan. Don't
It's
need to
rotating
fear.
pretty rapidly too. Rotating at about 85 miles an hour, even though it's a bit broad.
So,
Pretty impressive for such a bad looking, I guess, setup or storm. I mean, the rotation is definitely there.
it's not that bad of setup. I mean, it would just be it's just a rain wrap. Like, bad as in, like, we won't be able to see it, really, but it's definitely not the worst setup I've ever seen.
The
There's
lapse
been
rates are kind of garbage.
I've seen worse. And I've seen worse
I've
produce.
seen yours too, but I'm talking about for like a severe risk, pretty bad lapse rates.
So, again, if you're just tuning in, if you're in Purvis, western sides of Hadesburg, southern sides of Summerall, please get inside and away from windows, as this does have some hail, some damaging winds, and even a possible tornado. Just not on the ground, not confirmed, but possible. And it's a lot of rain. So if you are anywhere from Macon, Georgia to Atlanta to Birmingham to Jackson, Mississippi, down to Hattiesburg, and just south of back to Columbus, in that circle, you guys need to be on alert for flash flooding. Turn around, don't drown. You guys have a moderate risk for flash flooding in this region. So it's you guys could get upwards of 6 inches in parts. So no joke. What is going on with this storm? Um, there's a chance that it's definitely rotating, but there's no tornado warning, so it's a tornado possible, which means
It's it's
there's
definitely
nothing
not
to
going to
stop.
produce anytime soon though.
No,
Still ingesting a bunch of sill. We're not sill merges. We're like ingesting a bunch of showers to its south.
which means it's trying to make it room for it to do something.
It's trying to like create a bigger updraft by ingesting the showers because the lapse rates are low, so it doesn't really support a tornado threat unless cell mergers happen. Then there's a chance for a strong tornado. Conditional, but still possible. And the rotation is definitely getting stronger. Latest scan just came in. Let me see how rotation now. Um, it's about 90 miles an hour now, so it's definitely stronger.
And can you see it from multiple radars? Yes, you can. You can now see it from the mobile radar.
Mm-hmm.
Now this is headed pretty much due right in towards Hattiesburg. How about Meridian, Mississippi? You guys are tornado warning. I'm sorry, Scott. I'll be right back to your question. So if you're in western sides of Hattiesburg, Purvis, Rose, Baxterville, Pineborough, Hub, Spring Cottage, and western suburbs of Hattiesburg, please seek shelter now. This is a tornado warning. It's not on the ground, but it is radar indicated. Were you seeing that coming?
Not this early. Honestly, not this early, but eventually with this storm, yes. But it is still ingesting showers, so I'm not sure about that, but I guess it's just precautionary just in case.
All right, let me get back to your question, Scott. Meridian, you guys are going to have a lot of flash flooding threat. You guys are going to get a lot of rain tonight and more. You got a lot of rain today, and you're going to get possibly up to another inch of rain tonight. So if you see flooded roads, please turn around, don't drown. but I was not expecting that this early. Wonder how.
Oh yeah, it's definitely getting tighter
So
in the
you
mid
have
levels.
family. You have family in Hadesburg. Yeah, tell them to have a. Depending where they are, tell them to have a plan. They don't have to be in their shelters if you're in downtown Hadesburg. Just have a plan. You agree with me, Jaden? Like have a plan just in case.
But if it continues, then yeah, probably get a shelter. Be smarter. Don't take the chance.
Of trying to see it or anything.
Oh
Because
yeah,
this
you
will
definitely won't see it.
this
Completely
rain.
covered in rain.
Yeah, so depending where they are in Hadesburg really matters. If they're on the west side in the county next door, then you have to be in their shelters. Storm chasers Vince Pilati and Brendan Kopic are on the storm, and even Brad Arnold is on the storm. All three major chasers are on the storm.
Except for Reed Timmer.
Where's he?
Pretty major too. I'm pretty sure he's in Louisiana heading into Mississippi. I'm actually gonna check right now. Check his stream really quickly.
I'm curious if Brad Arnold is live on YouTube.
I'm pretty sure he is.
Yes, he is.
Oh, Reed Timmer's in the tornado warning.
He is?
Yes, he's near the rotation couplet.
Oh, of
Or
course he
rotation
is.
area, not
Then
quite
I'm gonna
couplet.
say sorry, Brad Arnold, but I'm gonna go watch Reed Timmer now.
It's of course rain wrap though, so you can't see a mezzo or anything. And it's definitely getting stronger. Latest scan just came in and it's around. It's a oh wow, it's actually yeah, it's in the hundreds now. 100 mile per hour area of rotation now.
Yeah, this thing's
So
definitely
it's
getting
really
very strong.
strengthening.
At least we don't have a CC yet. So, at least it's not on the ground.
I'd be surprised if there was CC. It's still quite broad.
I'm surprised that it even got tornado warned.
Honestly, I'm just glad that it's not contaminated from the Jackson, Mississippi radar.
Not the first time covering this area, that's for sure. This area's been very up in tornadic area. Eastern Texas, most of Louisiana, southern Mississippi, southern Alabama, southern Georgia, northern Panhandle. Very familiar areas. Feels like I practically live there. And this thing's definitely trying to strengthen.
So yeah, it's still strengthening. Still strengthening.
It just shows how volatile our atmosphere is.
Yeah, the only thing keeping the storms at bay, it was really just low level lapse rates. Like they're pretty weak in storm mode too, but clearly with this storm, it doesn't really matter that much. And just so many cell mergers.
Yeah, Retimmer yesterday was here in Kansas, and now he probably went through Arkansas, and now he's in down here near Mississippi. So I think Retimmer has pretty much been to every single state
And
at
then
this
he's
point.
probably going to South Carolina or Georgia tomorrow.
Probably Georgia near Savannah. He's probably gonna set up shop in Savannah,
I don't know, maybe Columbia, and then he goes south
or maybe
to see.
Augusta. Oh, Augusta would probably be, cause that's like
I don't
middle.
think, yeah, I don't think Savannah. Probably not.
Probably Augusta. Quite honestly,
It's for Columbia is my guess.
probably either Columbia, Augusta, or Macon, Georgia. It's one of those three. So this thing's definitely trying to do something. That's for sure. This is crazy. How I was not expecting a tornado warning this early. I was expecting it more around um more around like 6, 7 p.m. Eastern. So let me check chat. What do you think about the severe weather Tuesday and Thursday of next week for Oklahoma? I haven't even looked at that one. Jaden, have you looked at that for next week?
For next week, Thursday,
Tuesday to Thursday, they said.
Tuesday, Thursday. Yeah, I haven't really checked, but I saw the CSU model was hinting on it with like a 15% area for Oklahoma, Texas, all the way to
Yeah, let's check this.
Alabama.
I'm gonna check this.
Again, the same spot: Oklahoma, Texas, and then Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama
Arkansas.
on the CSU.
So we'll check what the
Yeah,
Cape
maybe Arkansas.
we just have to check what the Cape is because that's all Radar Omega can do for you, but we will definitely check that out real quick on the GFS because that's the farthest out and that's the one that goes out that far.
The rotation area is tightening up, by the way, on that tornado warning storm.
Yeah, I'm just gonna check the Cape real quick and then check it back out. Alrighty, next Thursday. There is definitely something there. The GFS is showing about 1,000 Cape all the way up into Missouri, from Mexico border up into Missouri. So we'll definitely have to watch this area in from Missouri through southeastern Kansas, eastern Oklahoma, and central Texas, and northwestern Arkansas. We will have to watch. Okay, so um, so if you're just tuning in, we have a tornado warning for Purvis, western portions of Hattiesburg, and a whole bunch of farm, open, mostly forest country around here. But there's definitely still a chance that there are still houses. So if you see your town, if you see your town on here, in this pink box, please tell them to get inside and away from windows. Actually, into their basements or most interior room to put as many walls in between you and the outside world. And there's not even much tape in this region. There's barely even 500.
Where the tornado warning is?
Yeah.
Maybe because the storms in front of it ingested most of it.
This exact area, Jaden, this exact area where this rotating area is, got hit by an EF4 in 2020.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I'm guessing it's April 19th,
Yeah.
2020, isn't it?
Yep.
Yep. See, I knew it.
But it did not
So I
hit
was talking
downtown.
about it.
It did not hit downtown Hattiesburg.
Hattiesburg.
Yeah, but back in 2013, Hattiesburg got hit by an F4, EF4. Area is very vulnerable to tornadoes, as you as this area gets the best Gulf moisture because it's right next to the Gulf. They get pretty good dry air behind. They also get a cool blustery wind, and that makes rotation in this region. That's why this area is a mini tornado alley called Dixie Alley. Um, okay, so they continued to. Nope, they did not continue the tornado. They just kept it the same size. No, they continued it. Okay, they continued the tornado warning. So if you're in Purvas or western parts of Hattiesburg, please stay in your shelters. If you're in this pink box. Um, yeah. So if you're in Hattiesburg, definitely keep an eye on this, as there is definitely a chance that could be warned continued, and you guys would be under the tornado warning, most likely. and most likely be for including you guys in Hadesburg. How do you say it? Hadesburg or Hattiesburg?
Hattiesburg.
Oh, am I supposed to know that?
Because when you hear people talk about it, like, you just know.
I've heard
And also,
I've
I've
heard
seen what?
I've heard people say Hadesburg before though.
Hadesburg? Maybe because you live in the Northeast, but it's Hattiesburg. Guarantee it.
Right? Every time I hear somebody from around my area say it, they say Hadesburg.
They pronounce things differently. I still don't think this produces anything just yet, just because it's still going through mergers.
Yeah, I think best chance is maybe even Hadesburg won't get maybe Hadesburg will just get a tornado warning, but they won't get an actual tornado in that area. It'll have to be past there towards Richton area. You can definitely see it from both radars. Jackson radar and Mobile radar.
Okay, I'm not sure if that's contamination, but northeast of Richton, Mississippi, there's like it looks like there's a rotation. Although
Oh,
there is side lobe to its south, and quite a lot of it. But where the convergence is, I don't know. That might be
it shows up on
mezzo.
both radars too.
It looks pretty strong too. That is, yeah, that's the most concerning look we've seen today. That one gets to the surface, it could produce a strong tornado. That one right there.
Yeah.
In my opinion, that should be at the very least severe warn for tornado possible.
What National Weather Service
I
is
mean, it
this?
looks like it's carrying. It looks like it's producing pretty strong winds too.
What National Weather Service is this?
Um, I do not know. It might be Mobile, Alabama.
Do you know where to find that map of the National Weather Services?
No, but I can try to find it. Okay, I found it. It is Jackson. It looks like NWS Jackson.
Where do you find it? Can you send me a picture of it?
Okay. Actually, no. I'll just paste the link. It's easier like that. I'll paste the link in the Discord.
All right.
Could be gusting out though. Not gonna lie, it looks like it
It's
might be gusting out. Maybe that's why. But it
it
should
is
still be severe thunderstorm. And I'm not gonna
that
lie.
is NWS
That should still be severe
Mobile.
thunderstorm warned.
It's Mobile. NWS Mobile.
Barely.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right. One county
But they should still definitely warn it NWS Mobile.
by one county. Bro, they should have a severe thunderstorm warning at least.
With tour possible.
That rotation area west of Hattiesburg, um, doesn't look as bad. But the one northeast of it definitely looks a lot worse.
Yeah. I think the new one east of it is taking over. Um okay. So we have one tornado warning. And again, this is for Yervish, which actually got a tornado in 2019. So very, very tornadic area. This area of southern Mississippi, southern Alabama, western Panhandle of Florida, and this area of Louisiana is very, very tornadic. Okay. We just got a new severe thunderstorm warning for downtown Hattiesburg. No tornado possible. There is no tornado possible tag on that, so
Oh yeah, that storm northeast of Richton. Yeah, it doesn't look like rotation. It looks more like a bowing segment. It's kind of bowing out. Should still be severe thunderstorm warned at least for like 60-mile-per-hour winds.
Yeah.
Maybe even 70. It looks pretty strong. Don't know why it's unwarned, but
NWS Mobile, you need to wake up.
the rotation southwest of Hattiesburg looks a lot weaker and more broad.
Um. Okay, they put a special weather statement on it for 40-mile-per-hour winds. Um. So you agree that they should probably add a severe thunderstorm warning to that storm?
Well, yeah, I've been saying it for pretty decent time, not gonna lie.
We still have a tornado warning in effect for, if you're just tuning in, western sides of Hattiesburg, and Provis.
It's actually Purvis, but yeah, Purvis.
Um, so we also have a severe thunderstorm warning. So if you're in Hadesburg, please get inside and away from windows. This is a severe thunderstorm warning. You don't have to be in your shelters, but still take precautions. Okay, if you're in Lafayette, Louisiana, Macomb, Mississippi, and stuff, you guys are good to go for tonight. You guys no longer have a tornado watch. Okay, they continued it as a special weather statement for gusts up to 50 miles per hour. Mm. Okay, this is for 50 miles per hour, so this is headed toward Chatham, Pacatuna, and St. Stephen's.
I have no clue why it's still not a severe thunderstorm warning. On radar, it shows winds up to 70 miles an hour. But okay.
On velocity?
Mm-hmm.
I see
Pretty
30.
much 7 for me.
I,
69.
s- I see 30.
69. You see 30. Okay, now my radar glitched. Now it shows 200. Nice.
Rose Runner definitely glitched.
It did. Yeah, you're right. 200 miles per hour. True.
Yeah. Um, okay. I don't see 70. I don't see what you mean by seeing 70, but I do see about 30 to 40.
I'm gonna check your. I'm gonna check your live stream because for me it shows 70. I can literally send you a screenshot if you want. Oh, well, not anymore. Shows 60 though. Still shows
Oh
60,
wait, it's because
62.
it's because mine's in the metric system. I'm stupid.
What are you using? Knots? No, not knots. You're probably using meters.
Yep.
Um,
Now I see 60.
yeah, of course.
Now I see 60.
You're
That's why
using,
I was
yeah,
using Europe system.
meters per squared second. That's kind of crazy.
I found 62 in there.
Yeah, 62 is the max for me.
I definitely need to
Still
test it.
rotation area. Yeah, there's
I,
still rotation on that storm southeast of Hattiesburg, but doesn't look super impressive anymore.
okay, this is a radar glitch. It says there's 80-mile-per-hour winds in Louisiana.
That's because it's far from the radar. There's a lot of shear.
No,
They're
I
still
know.
using the,
No, I know.
yeah. It's actually 10,000 feet above. I'm just kidding, obviously.
On NWS Mobile, can you put out an SVR for the storm? Because it is over 60 based on radar.
It's been over 60 for a while, even 70 at some point, at some points. But nope, they don't like severe warning things.
No, they don't. They really don't like severe warning anything. Clearly.
And New Orleans, Louisiana, radar pisses me off. Of course, it has to be down.
Yeah, it does make
because
it
they're
bad
moving it.
to.
Bro, how long does it take to install radar though?
I'm pretty sure it takes a while.
I mean, they've
Well,
been
no,
taking a long time. That radar. Some radars get installed in like 2 weeks. I mean, it's
like
not like they're building one; they're just moving it.
no, they're building one. I thought like they're building like a new one, and then they're gonna tear down the old one.
No, really? Never mind then. Thought they were just moving it.
I think.
But all right. I think it should be up by early April or late March. It better be. Because if something bad happens in April for the South, um, yeah, that's going to be a problem. Still down.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna be a problem.
Wow. There's actually a town named State Line on the state line of Mississippi and
There's also
Alabama.
there's also a town of state line in Pennsylvania and Maryland.
Of course.
Yep. What? It's an easy name to remember.
Oh, interesting. Very interesting. Someone posted on Twitter about the HRRR 21Z. That's the line of messy convection is going to start breaking apart in Alabama. There's going to be more discrete supercells. I think you should check the HRRR really quickly before anything happens again.
I was anyway going to check it. Thank you. I already read your
I'm going
mind.
to check it anyway. Going to check it, but yeah,
Okay, I have to use the 21Z apparently because
yeah, that's the one he's looking at now. That's the one he's looking at anyway. 21Z. Go to 08Z on Saturday, or yeah, 08Z Saturday. That's like midnight
oh,
for Alabama.
so 1 a.m. for me. Oh yeah, Western Alabama, definitely.
For his thing, it shows Eastern Alabama.
I
Let
don't
me
know where the
see. I'm gonna look at your screen really quickly. We're not your screen, but I'm gonna look at your live stream. See what you're looking at. For his thing. You should probably go forward a little bit, like at 3 a.m., 4 a.m. See what that looks like.
around 5 a.m. It looks like out Eastern Alabama can get some discrete cells. 5 a.m.
All right,
Eastern.
that's it. I'm gonna go to sleep at 12, and then I'm gonna wake up at 5 a.m. That's it.
And then for you, it looks like just some heavy rain now.
What about the second? Isn't it? Hold on, just I want you to see the whole run though for me. So
Okay.
it was showing the SPC mentioned in their discussion that it's likely for at least isolated to widespread supercells.
Yeah, along the coast in Georgia.
No, they said from the Midlands, like where I live, and then all the way down to the coast. I just want you to play the whole run out just to see.
All right, here, if you're watching.
I am watching right now. That's how far it goes. 10 a.m. It only goes until okay. See, that's not even the whole run. It's gonna there. You know, there's gonna be more
Let's look at the 18Z.
convection later, right?
I'm just gonna look at
Okay.
YouTube. And then, but in the meanwhile, I'm gonna show us a very cool photo from Texas earlier today. So I got permission from the owner to show you guys.
Oh yeah, it does show bands of supercells. Your stream is delayed by like 45 seconds to like a minute. It's a bit delayed.
Um,
A little bit delayed. I want to see what time shows me getting a supercell. Right about 1 p.m. ish.
Alright, so if you guys can see on my stream, we have this amazing photo from Broderick Howard in just south of Dallas, Texas. From the storms that were coming in to his his area south of Dallas, Texas. Some really nice looking storms just south of there. So definitely we're happy to see that. Yeah, so as you can see, it has the first round of rain and then some isolated supercells, but it looks like they form like right over you and then really develop towards the coastline. And for me, it shows there being a line of storms towards the end as well. Now, how much rain are we expecting for people to see if there's going to be any flash flooding? Well, let's just say a good amount as it's loading. Okay, so here's how much rain they show. Oh, that uptrended. Wait, that's not even the newest run. Let me go see what the newest run says. Same thing. It's the HRRR wants to bring about 5 to 8 inches from central Alabama through central Georgia into southern South Carolina near Barnwell, Allendale, just south of Orangeburg. So that's definitely something that we need to watch. Some very serious flash flood.
They have the moderate risk up north though for flooding.
Mm.
Well, I just checked. It looks it's farther south actually. Now, a couple days ago, it was a lot farther north, the moderate risk of flooding. But
Um, and we don't have any tornado warnings nor severe thunderstorm warnings right now. So we're under another quiet period. So we had that thing trying to bow. I'm not sure if it's the wind speeds are on it, but definitely trying to bow. Still in the 60s, 65, I saw. So Reed Timmer right now is in Poplarville, which is right here. He's going to be headed north on I-59 towards Hattiesburg. That's at least of what I'm hearing, what he's saying. We have some sub-severe storms. This trough is definitely a trough that's going to make a big rainmaker from South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, even Louisiana got in on some of the heavier rain today. So if you see flooded roads, turn around, don't drown. Don't be stupid and try to think you can go through it. There's 70-mile-per-hour winds, Jaden, on that storm in parts going into Alabama now. They need to severe warn.
Really?
They need to severe warn us, like, now. Do you think they need to severe warn this as well, Jaden?
Um, the one that's bowing out, yeah, probably.
Um, so personally, I think they need to put a severe thunderstorm warning out for right here, including Jackson, Grove Hill, and that way. So if you're in Jackson, Grove Hill, Coffeeville, Chatton, please get inside and away from windows, as this does have some strong winds. Um, now, this is the path I think the storm is personally going to go on. And yes, okay, so we are still watching What?
All right, I'm gonna go for like 15 minutes. All right,
Yeah,
I'm gonna be right back.
I'm gonna end the live stream anyway, and then if we have to go live later, I will. But so see y'all later.